Hello and welcome. And yes, you are at the right place. We are going to be talking about Zeus's Bounty, but while Beth and I do our little intro, I thought I would just work on decorating Dottie's yard here on my Animal Crossing island. So if you're wondering why you're seeing a game, that's why. It's been a minute since I have talked about Zeus's Bounty, and Beth was just telling me some interesting things. So let me go ahead and bring Beth on. Hey, Beth, how are you doing, my love?
I am doing fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. My husband actually got to take a break, and he came home, and we were watching the Astros game.
Nice.
And he's watching it, and the Astros are winning.
That's
So,
good.
yay.
That is good. I went to the Zoom meeting today, and Sherry just called this Ash's Bounty because it is very much like Ash right now. Tim is sounding a lot like Ash
Oh, yeah?
recently. He is doing a lot of brainstorming sessions, if you
Oh,
will,
stop.
about because they don't actually have. So if you remember, they were doing the chariot race games, right?
Uh-huh. And that
And
hasn't come to pass yet.
not yet, but it appears like it's still going to happen.
Yeah.
And so we have this like chariot race thing on the back burner as a pay to play game. And then we have a new money making system
The
that he
simple Dutch
wants.
system.
Yep, that sounds a lot like, and I've been trying to find information about that old scam, and some people might remember this right from when the internet first was around. There was this lovely money making scam that would send emails to you, and then when you clicked on the link for the email, it would be like, we have an automated money making system for you. And then you would pay like $500, and then apparently they would give you like a return like 3 times the amount. And it was like a real big scam. And this sounds a lot like that.
Well, that sounds awful.
Yeah, like just based on how Tim's been describing this like money making system. And it apparently is going to involve people being paid as well to use the internet.
What?
Yeah, Tim seems to think that the internet is going to turn into a place where you are going to get paid to do everything. So it won't only be like getting paid to play games. No, no, no. Which, of course, Tim will provide you via his chariot racing and his money making system. We will get paid to watch television.
Okay.
I know that's a big one. We will get paid to watch sports games. We will get paid to basically use the internet. He seems to think that every single thing on the internet is going to somehow turn into a money-making opportunity.
That sounds odd.
So what they've been doing is they've been having these Zoom meetings where he's doing these slideshows, as Tim is at least better at doing slideshows than Ash is. We actually do get some visual slideshows. He knows how to screen share. He can go through. They make some sense. But he's very much like Ash in terms of what he's doing is he's talking about the industry of pay-to-play games and like the industry of people making money on the internet as a general whole and how successful it is. And then he's claiming that they're going to like take over that industry.
Oh my gosh. So another one. I'm doing it all, and we're taking over.
Yes, and it's with the gaming, but then it's also with like making money online via this system that he found, which is all of this is also going to apparently have to do with Bitcoin. And he's also brought up NFTs today. They've been talking about getting some Zeus Bounty NFTs done, which I'm a little confused as to how that would work, considering Zeus's Bounty is not really a thing right now. And this is what I mean when I say he's a lot like Ash. These Zoom meetings have become a brainstorming dream session of what he hopes this business is going to be. And I don't really know where he wants to like go with all that. It's all just very up in the air right now.
Well, okay, Zeus's Bounty started out and it was a kind of like, we'll build you a downline instantly sort of a thing. And there was also the Binance coin and the tokens. And then we moved to the chariot races, which is yet to actually come to fruition. But now we've moved over to the simple Dutch thing. And let me stop sharing my screen right now. And I'm actually going to, let me stop playing Animal Crossing so I can show you guys.
Yeah, the NFTs were supposed to be a part of the game, I believe. And they were going to do Bitcoins in the games. But now he's talking about not only doing NFTs like for the game, he's talking about how his company is going to actually be doing like NFTs like for their company that are going to be in this NFT market, if you will. And again, I'm not really sure who's going to be lining up to buy Zeus's Bounty NFTs.
Well,
but
what
I guess
I find
someone will.
so interesting, it's just looking on their YouTube channel, it's not like their videos are getting many views. Now, granted, I know that you were telling me about like their email list and so that they can send out to people. But even so, if you have a decent email list and you have a YouTube channel, chances are those people from your email list are going to be watching your shit on YouTube, It's like they're going to cross over. And it's like he's really not getting many views. And this is currently what you see when you go to zeusbounty.com. This used to have information on it. If you remember back, at the beginning of the year when we did our first video on it. And
now
now
I have a video on my channel going through the website.
Yeah. And we went through the website too.
A few times,
It's like just under construction, which I'm like, okay, they should be able to throw something up, I would think, within a couple of days. It doesn't take a lot to put something here, but they're just basically like, sorry, we're under construction. And then the only thing that you have is the member login. And then if you want to get their stinking courses, which I would say nobody do that because they're going to be selling them for a premium amount. And, you really don't.
And we still don't know what they're for either. Like they're just kind of like money-making courses, which again, I'm not really sure what that means, but okay.
And you find out nothing on their website. And that to me is an enormous red flag. But then on YouTube, if you look at that website that's linked there, it's all about Zeus's chariots.
Yes.
So this is what we have.
Yeah, so they are still doing the Zeus's chariots. I think that they've just like stopped until they figure out this money-making system and how you're going to make the money while playing this. Which I still can't really figure out either, but
And you have the opportunity, and you can still buy the NFTs associated with this game, and they have plenty of them left, which I find that hysterical because they made it sound like these things are flying out, like hotcakes. Nobody's wanting them. Nobody.
Everybody's getting them today. Better get them before you run out. It's like a year later. They're still for sale, guys.
And so this is all we have, is this stuff here. But what I will say, okay, and here's their NFT gallery. So we'll just jump down to that. It's like, okay, Who really needs this?
Okay, well, this is funny to me. Okay, talk about something that's really funny is the fact that they have taken on Greek mythology. We have Zeus, we have Athena, right? We
Yeah,
have all these
Hercules.
Hercules, we even have Hercules. We have like it's just so funny. Aphrodite. Like these are their things. And then Tim, the best part about Tim's webinar the last few times that he's done his Zoom webinars is that he goes on a big rant about how he is going to make it so that Zeus is a like well-known name. Nobody has ever heard of Zeus before. Nobody
What?
knows who Zeus is. But Tim here is going to ensure that Zeus is a household name. And I was like dying of laughter. Because I was like, most people know Zeus, the Greek god. We know who this is.
Yeah, we
We
don't
just
need
don't know
you to
your
tell
stupid
us.
chariot race company, okay?
But I find it interesting, like, meet the team, which, if you look through this, you can find some names, but there's like no picture of someone. There's no contact information. There's no contact information on anything here because when you go to the team, this is where you go. It's down here.
And
This is,
they say that they do fantastic custom artwork,
then you have this person.
but it's stolen.
And then it talks about the blockchain. And then, I mean, I haven't read through all of this. I don't know if we do want to read through all of this.
Yeah, see, they want to create their own blockchain, which I am always very horrified.
Uh-huh.
Something like this pops up out of nowhere, and then they're like, we're going to make NFTs in Bitcoin and we're going to create our own blockchain. I'm like, oh no, this sounds like a scam. So I don't know, but like as you see, it's like buy free lives. Like the funniest thing about this is right now in this company, all you can do is join it and then buy these NFTs. And then you're just sitting and waiting for this game. Like as if you were in on passive and you're just sitting and waiting for products.
Or
This is
you can
the
get their
same.
Simple Dutch system, which they have right now a done for you course, meaning you're just taking it on your own, or you can wait until they're like, we'll lead you through this. I forget what they call it. It doesn't matter because it's not really a thing in the world of instructional design. But anyway, it'd be like a live thing where somebody is, walking you through the process. But they don't tell you really what the tools are or anything. And we'll probably are going to watch one of the webinars that discusses all of this. So
Mm-hmm.
you know that all of that is going to come with a price. So you're going to pay for the course, but then
Mm-hmm.
you're going to need to pay for the system because that ain't going to
Mm-hmm.
be free.
Well, and this is the old school scam with these pay systems. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you've seen the ads pop up even on TV back in the 90s, early 2000s. They used to pop up every once in a while, this money-making system. All you have to do is come and you pay $99 and then you'll make $1 million. You just got to put in $10 and you'll get 100 times your money back and all that. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
literally that's what it is. So I'm just horrified by the whole thing. As soon as he began talking about it in the Zoom meeting, because I promise I went to a couple of the Zoom meetings before I was bad today and got kicked out, where I shut my mouth and I just listened. But he was like going on about it, and he was talking about how you basically put money into this system, right? And then what was it? It gives you 30% back.
Well, we're going to watch because there is some stuff on their YouTube channel.
Yeah, he
Which we
threw
can go ahead and
numbers out, and he's like, it's going to give you back this percentage and this amount of your money. But of course, they never explain to you how this is going to happen. What are we investing in order to get this money back? Because if it's in his NFTs and Bitcoin, I'm not too confident.
So here's my thing also with it. I agree with you on all of that. But if we're just looking at their views, they're
Uh-huh.
piss poor for something that's people who are supposed to be, I guess, taking over the internet.
Taking over the pay and play game and I guess, automated money-making system part of the internet.
I mean,
that can be yours. I don't think anyone's arguing for it.
basically, when I see this, it's like, well, no one cares. And I think they keep trying to get they want people to care that will, like, jump in on it.
Well, you and I were talking the other day about how we had noticed on the Zoom meetings that it seemed to be about the same group of people that have been there from the beginning. And I would say that these views kind of show that.
Yeah.
They're kind of left with, I don't know if some people left this thing, because as you see at the beginning here, they were getting like almost 2,000 views on a few of their videos. And then it seems to have dropped off. And now they're lucky if they get like 150, which I would say that they do have about 100 to 150 people that are hardcore fans of Tim and whatever this is going to be. Which then that would make sense, right? If you think they have about 200 people that are like diehard Zeus Bounty, like, I don't know, what are we calling them? Oh, founders, I think he calls them founders.
Yeah.
Right? Then these views make perfect sense for that. But they don't make sense. Like, they're not getting views from anyone on the outside of this thing other than those of us that are keeping an eye out on it for it being a scam. Because I know we're not the only ones. There's another couple of creators out here that have been talking about it too. And I think we're just the rest of the views. So I don't even think that they're marketing or promoting. And that's what's creeping me out, is that this became... They went from promoting it and wanting to market it to everything being very hush-hush and behind the scenes, which is why it got my attention again.
Right.
So I was like, wait, what are we hiding now?
Yeah. Because if you're not being forthcoming, and especially when I go to their website and see, like, you cannot find out any information about who's behind it. You find out absolutely nothing. They don't even have like a Facebook page anymore. And I'm like, okay.
No, it's gone. Yeah.
Why?
They had an Insta, but that's not being updated that often with much. So that's what I mean. Like, everything that was public, other than this right here, this YouTube channel, and then their Zoom meetings. That's all they have, is this YouTube and then these Zooms, which, as I said, they seem to have two mailing lists for the Zooms. They have kind of like a public mailing list so that if you signed up at the beginning of this thing, you could get on like one of their public mailing lists. So they still have that going. And then they have another one for their members.
That's so weird.
And then that's how you get a lot of the Zoom meetings. Because Alonda was like, I never got the last Zoom meeting sent to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's because I get their secret member ones.
Well,
and then she was like, what? And
I
I was like, no, that's what they're doing. Is it seems to be like they've even made it so that now only the very secret members are getting certain Zoom meetings, which is why they were very upset I was there today. They were like, Beth is not supposed to be here.
And and here's the thing, if you're trying to grow something,
right?
Why are you being so secretive?
See, that's what I'm not understanding. I was expecting them to really be promoting this at this point. Like, I was expecting to go to the YouTube and go to the website and they would have had ads going out and all this kind of stuff. And so when I went there to check it out again, I was like, oh, this is the exact opposite of what I would expect for a business that was so confident the last time we checked it out.
Yeah. All right. So I figured that we would watch one of these public facing ones, which, if you go back and look, and I looked in my emails too, from like the public ones that I get, I want to say it's back in June or July when this simple Dutch thing all of a sudden just surfaced. And
definitely by July. Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe we could watch this one.
I think that would be probably the best one. Because this is like their new thing. I feel like we all have a feeling of what they expected the chariot races to be, right? We've kind of already watched that. That hasn't really changed, guys. All the stuff with the chariot races is still kind of the same. It's just kind of on a standstill point. Well, they've come over here to start this simple Dutch system. So I do think we need to look at the Dutch system today because none of us know what that is. And the chariot races are the same. Like they're even selling the same NFTs for it. So not much has changed there.
Well, I did watch this webinar the other day, and I mean, they give you information, but they don't give you information. All it is basically a marketing ploy to get you to buy this course. So you buy this system, but they don't really tell you what you're going to get, what the tools are in it. They just talk about like, oh, it's fun. Is this? I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, you're really not giving me anything, any reason to want to spend over $600 to buy this course, because I don't really know what I'm getting. I don't know what the objectives are. I don't know what the course looks. I know nothing, and I can't find out any information other than this stupid Zoom. That's it. Which that to me is an enormous red flag.
Yeah, there is nowhere to even go through their like course and find out what's being offered in this course for that amount of money. Like they don't even really have a page for that. It's just when they want you to do the course, you get sent like an email that says, okay, thank you for applying for our course. We're going to now teach you how to make money and play games online. Click this link and come to the course. That's it. So you literally have to go to the course in order to find out. And then by then you're already disappointed.
Well, how could you not be? You know?
Right? Like this is what I freaking paid for. I wouldn't have paid for that. So yeah, that's sus.
All right. So I was just sitting here doing a little bit of I don't find anything when I start searching for it. All right. Let's go ahead and just watch this puppy.
Yeah, no, everything's very silent and behind the scenes right now. It's very scary.
Hey guys.
Oh, this looks weird. Hang on, let me reload this because it's like all faded out and that bothers me. Okay. This is better.
It's muted. Oh no, it's not. You're good now.
All right.
Your thing and do what you got to do.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. So we're just going to go get started here. This is actually a pretty quick slideshow thing here that I've got together just to kind of try to highlight things so you guys know. And I wanted to welcome you all to the course. So I'm going to quick overline of what we're going to be going over. We will do a very, very brief overview of Zeus's Bounty and the Zeus Academy, because I do believe there are people on here that have never heard about that, and you'll hear that a lot. So
that's why this was
make
good.
sure you understand why you hear that. And then we will dive right into the main event. All right. So let's talk about Zeus's Bounty really quick. So for those that are new here, it is the main project, and there are two main parts to Zeus's Bounty. The first one is the Zeus Academy, and we'll go over that in the next slide. The second part is our Zeus's Bounty software membership. Now that is built in a smart contract. It allows members who want to contribute to have a premium suite of softwares that you can basically get for a one-time contribution, and there's no monthly fees. And so because it is built in a smart contract, it's immutable. We can't change anything. So that is what that smart contract is. We've got softwares like a premium link shortener, which I know sounds cheesy, but we use it all the time. We've got a email platform in there right now. We've got ZB Voice, and we've got a ZB Funnels.
Sound familiar?
Anyway, so there's a bunch
Webinar
of
platform.
Huh?
And the ZB webinar.
Yeah, and ZB Webinar. So and then we're always coming out with more, and anytime we add more software, your one-time contribution gives you that. If you want to learn more about the smart contract,
They actually do have theirs.
membership, just get in touch with the person that brought you here, and then ask them for their link, and they can get you over there, or you can just visit zeusbounty.com. Okay. So the Zeus Academy. Now the Zeus Academy is our free membership. It's got a ton of marketing tools and free courses. Right now, there's 8 free courses in there.
Right now, there's not all of these courses. Actually, let me look. I'll log into it. I don't want to do it live for you guys because I have my little, stock account.
Alana does stock accounts. I just come in there like, hi, Queen of Spade is here to wreck your scam.
Okay, the member. Okay, all you can get. Hang on, and I will show you. This is so stupid.
I don't even.
Oh,
did they even have 3 of these?
Let me see. All right,
I know
Academy courses dashboard.
Just like the first 2, I think, the last time I checked.
All right. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait. Here is There is the Simple Dutch. Course 1, getting started with, it looks like Bitcoin.
We're still seeing the YouTube.
Yeah, I know. I haven't
Okay.
gone to it. And I'm hearing
Okay, I was
myself.
just making sure you knew. Sorry.
I'm hearing myself echo. Where is it? Okay. All right. So here's the Simple Dutch that you might be interested in. We might be able to learn more there, so we will look at that. And here's a course getting it started with. It looks like Bitcoin shit. Link building and influencer marketing. Completed courses. Oh yeah, I haven't completed. So they have 4 courses. So there's not even the 8 courses. There's just 4 courses.
Oh, and they took out the first 2 that they made that were like real big sellers apparently at the beginning of all this. That's interesting.
And why is it when you say like a real big seller, I think it's probably wasn't.
No, it wasn't. But they went on about it. Like it was because that's what started their company were those 2 courses. So they were all like, oh, everybody wants them. Just like the NFTs, you know.
It's like nobody does.
It was those first 2 that you see there, the ones with the gold. Those are the 2 that they used to pump out and be like, these are our 2 best courses. We will teach you everything with these. So I guess they're not there anymore.
Okay, I was able to get to the a web page about the Simple Dutch system. So we'll watch this and then we'll read this together. And how does that sound?
Sounds great, and I bet you we will learn nothing.
Probably
not because of you, but because there is nothing to learn.
Because they don't provide enough information.
Yeah.
We're adding, of course, our paid courses as well. Anyone can become a member of the Zeus Academy. And they're taking away courses. Go ahead and get back to the person who referred you to this webinar. Just give them a link. That's where we kind of keep all of our, we'll talk about referral commissions. That's where we kind of keep everything in there. So it's really nice to have a hierarchy in there of where people came in so we can make sure to get paid. We can make sure to pay people if they have any referrals.
That was
make sure to get paid. Oh, to pay people.
What a Freudian slip that was. Like, oops, didn't mean it.
Great. That was great.
No, that's what you mean, sweetheart. You meant so that we can get paid.
Yeah. For your jank. We got it.
Yeah. See, Freud wasn't wrong about everything.
Zeus Academy.
Yeah, well, and that's the great thing about the Zeus Academy and adding more courses, right? Is
and taking
the hierarchy already exists. So if you've got a downline,
there's
Zeus
hierarchy.
Academy, and we add new courses and they go in and buy it, you immediately earn commissions.
Yeah,
which is fantastic.
There's nothing you need to do. We've already got members that have gotten commissions and they didn't even know where they came from, and it's because we have that built in there. So we house everything in our Zeus Academy. So we're showing you this because can you guys hear me okay?
Unfortunately.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because if, like Tim had said, if you're already a member of the Zeus Academy, you can just go back into your member login and you'll go down to the courses section and just access courses. And that's where the Simple Dutch course is, right from your member area. And it'll take you kind of to that, like the sales page that kind of tells you a little bit more. Okay. If you're not already a member, you will receive access to the Zeus Academy as a bonus automatically if and when you become a student of the Simple Dutch course. So that's why we're showing you these things, and it'll come back up at the end of this presentation.
Become a student.
Okay? So we're going to dive right in. First, do we have any questions really quick about the Zeus Academy or anything like that?
A lot.
Yeah, there was one question from Steven. I responded to him in chat. He said, has something changed with the emails? I haven't got one in a long time. So the dev team on the software did a whole bunch of changes to all the softwares. They upgraded them, updated them, added new features, migrated them to new servers. And then during that migration process, something went horribly wrong. And ever since, they've been trying to catch up, and they're doing like a manual migration. And I don't know what that really involves, but there's a lot of softwares. Like we offer a ton of stuff for like right now, $25 one time. And they have an awful lot of work to do. So that's probably why you haven't received an email in a minute. When that went down, we
They
had no
forgot to take
ability
me
to
out.
email. And then when we uploaded everything to just our SMTP server SendGrid, they throttled our emails, and not everybody was getting them.
Yeah.
So we
And that's-
apologize for that.
Hold on,
That-
can we
the
just
throttling
pause
is
it for a
happening
second?
on the
Once again, can I just point out the fact that these guys claim that they are creating softwares, and like gonna change the internet for the better and whatnot, just like on passive, and yet somehow we have messed up the entire internet's emailing system for this company, and everything's gone wrong. So now people are not on the email list.
And they're like, oops, sorry.
They're like, oops, sorry, that's because, a bunch of stuff got messed up. And then nobody's like, oh, well, if you can't even get that straightened out, why should I trust that you're about to do Zeus's chariot races and make me money? Like, nobody, not one person, just me.
No, I'm kind of wondering that myself too. And I think everybody in chat as well.
Like, I'm like, how come nobody that watches this who would be in this thing is like, wait a minute, you messed up the whole email system?
There's like, okay, well, Chris, but let me see what the reply is. Sure, around here since Bitcoin
ours.
The Simple Dutch course is brought to you by Zeus's Bounty. We have created our own YouTube page for it as well as its own Facebook page just to keep the conversations relevant to the topic. You can search for Simple Dutch System on YouTube and find our videos there. Oh, we will. Also, we do run live webinar on this ZB item every Thursday, 6 p.m., blah, blah. You get the information, blah, blah, blah. Simple Dutch System. Okay.
Oh,
all
no.
right. So we'll be looking at that too. Oh, good gravy.
The Simple Dutch System literally does sound like the automated money-making system.
Okay, so let's go back to so we have stuff to
That's
look
hilarious. The only commenter is our supporter, Chris there, being like, sure is quiet around here, guys.
Let me just tell you, that gave me such a warm fuzzy to see Chris. I'm like, yes.
Thank you, Chris. We can always count on our subs to be the ones leaving comments under the scams.
I know. I love it. I love it. I so appreciate
no complaints.
that.
Comment to all the scams and tell them they're scams so that when we scroll down,
we're like,
we can laugh at the comment. Yep. We're like, hey, that's our friend Chris.
That was great.
Like particularly Yahoo and Outlook. Those two are throttling emails big time, which just means we've had people that have gotten our emails a week later, and that is on the email provider side when it came to that, because the ZB mailer's been working fine. It's just the servers going out or throttling them. So
it's for your protection that they don't show you certain emails.
Yeah,
they're watching out for you.
They're just watching out for you. All right. And again, go ahead and you can type questions in. We'll keep an eye on them, but we are going to have a Q&A at the end. Okay, so
Joe use Nathan's Tiny Johnson.
If you want to type it in, we'll scroll up when we get to that part.
Joe, use whatever soccer account you want.
Basically, Simple Dutch.
Just let me know which one.
Sports betting strategy course. It is not a Dutch language course, as one of our members pointed out. They thought it was. So keep that in mind. We are not teaching you Dutch here. All right. You do not need to like sports. You don't even need to watch them.
Okay. This bothers me so much. Basically, you don't need to be a sports enthusiast. You never need to know anything about any sports, but you can make money from sports and betting. I find that to be very cringy and weird. Why would somebody who's not interested in sports want to go bet on sports? I don't understand that. Is it just me? Because I think it's a little bit weird. I mean, like for myself, I am not sporty spice. I was just watching the Astros game with my husband. And I mean, I can follow basically stuff that's going on, but he's having to tell me different things when I ask, because I say like just outrageously stupid things. And I know I say stupid things and, it tickles him. But I don't know shit nor shinola when it comes to sports, because it's just not my thing. It never has been. So someone like me, I don't care about sports. Why in the hell would I be sold on using this? Because I would think that anyone who's attracted to this would be because they are, one, into sports, two, into gambling, three, into betting on sports online. I mean, call me crazy, but that's what just comes to my mind.
I'm just telling you right now, my husband's into all those things. He wouldn't even care about this. I feel like even the people that are like really into sports and really into like gambling or betting on sports wouldn't really end up here. Like, because when you think about it, there's so many places that they can bet right now. Here in Ontario, for example, you're allowed to bet now on sports, like legally. Like they have all like the MGM betting program apps. They have like, they have Jamie Foxx like going off about that one. Why would you come here? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they think that anyone would want to be here.
Well, let's continue. We're 6 minutes
They'll let
in.
us know. They'll tell us why.
They're going to explain everything in detail, and it will become crystal clear. I just
all makes sense.
Major eye roll.
We for the system to work at all, and we're going to show you, what that is. I mean, I bet on tennis, and I know nothing about tennis. All right.
Well, exactly.
So I am going to give you a little bit of a history lesson because some people want to understand what that history is and the legalities of it. I want to make sure you understand. So I'll do my best to get through this boring part of history teaching, but we're going to go over predominantly US and Canada because it is the newest here and the market is getting huge. And right now this, our Simple Dutch system is the best guaranteed profits in the industry. So we're going to start with the United States. And I did put a little where I, drew a lot of this information from. Okay, so it's actually been around since the early 19th century, and it was predominantly with horse racing. That was the most popular sport. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but basically the New York crime families started getting into sports betting, and sports betting was illegal in the United States. When the participation of the mob came in, that led to that Interstate Wire Act of 1961, and you can definitely look up that act for more details if you want. And then as time went by and more states started to consider legalizing sports betting, Congress stepped in and enacted the Professional Amateur Sports Protection Act of 1992.
Yeah, sure. Blame it on us Italians.
Referred to as PASPA. Many of you have seen that it's been, overturned. And that's exactly what happened in May of 2018. The Supreme Court overturned PASPA and 7 states legalized and launched sports betting within the first 6 months. New Jersey was the very first one to do it, and Pennsylvania very shortly followed. Since then, there's about 30 states that have taken the initiative to pass sports betting bills and sign it into law. Many other states are considering the topic during their last legislative session, but didn't pass a bill. Many of them are expected to do it again, especially now that neighboring states have an edge on the industry. And so the majority of states that currently allow online sports betting in the US only began around mid-2020. Some of them just started in early 2021. Some of them literally started in early 2022. We've got some states that we're hoping to get live in 2022. We've got a state that, may not come online until 2025, but it is legal in these states, and we're going to show you what those are as well. Now let's talk about Canada for a little bit. You can see my reference point in that as well. Sports betting was actually legal in Canada since about 1985, but they had this gray area, and they did limit. You weren't allowed to wager on single games, and that limited betting to just parlays. Which, don't worry about the vocabulary; it's just a type of a bet, and so that the provincial territories regulated that. But in June of 2021. Canada passed the Safe and Regulated Sports Gaming Act, which allowed the provinces to regulate single game online sports betting. And then as of April 4th of 2022, I mean, literally just a couple months ago, single game sports betting became legal in Canada. And so sports books that were already marketing in that legal gray area in Canada became eligible to cross over and become regulated operators.
So why do we need you?
Sports books kind of a leg up because they already had an established base. Now, offshore sports books that operated in Canada before the legalization are not being penalized or barred from entering the legal market like they are in the United States. So offshore betting sports books are allowed in Canada, and you just, you pay attention. We really just vet the really good ones and make sure that they're stable and they're good, and
My
they're
country
not
loves
these one-offs
scams.
that are bad. And we let everybody know what those are. But offshore is not a legal market in the United States. They've got, anyways, I'm not going to go into too much detail on that because the United States has plenty. So what does this all mean? It means that online sports betting is a brand new market to the United States and Canada. It means that we've taken techniques that bettors have been using in other countries for over 15 years, and we're bringing it to our members and our students. And we're teaching our students in a concise, honest, and integral way how they can make guaranteed profits.
Okay, can we pause this? First of all, the word integral is hilarious to put in there. I think that a lot of these scammers think that if they just put the words honest,
yes,
integrity, and ethical up on their screen, then that just means that that's what they are. But see, this is my issue with this whole thing. I'm glad that they explained the legalities of gambling. When this began and we first found out about this, we were all very worried that they were doing gambling, as gambling was still illegal in many places, as we had talked about when we first brought up this company. And as of right now, as they said, that has been getting overturned, where sports gambling is now legal. When they began this, they were very much against the fact that they were gambling.
Oh yeah, they made a big stink about this is not gambling, and it was like, it sure sounds like it.
And we were like, I don't know. I think that you guys might be starting gambling. And now that the laws have changed in this last year, pretty much for everyone, as they said, because even the laws in the US, like, they've been changing as well for the last few years. But really, this whole gambling thing has really been this last year that it's been allowed in Canada, in the US, in the UK, everywhere. We've been able to gamble for the last year. Yay. And ever since now they're like, yes, we are gambling. And I'm like, I thought you weren't gambling.
Well, and what's also bothering me about this is that, okay, even though as the pandemic has wound down, I mean, there's still stuff going on. But the world economy, as we talked about in our last video with, Ash, when he was fear mongering everyone, the world economy is not what I would say very stable. I mean, there's an inflation, there's stuff going on. So people are still in a vulnerable state. And there are going to be people who, I mean, my father was addicted to gambling. And so, I grew up with him going to Vegas all the time, and it caused a lot of problems. There was a lot of card games in our house, or he'd go, he went to this place called Skippy's back in the day.
Yeah.
This place hasn't existed in a long time. And it was basically like a bar and a place where they sat around and played poker and stuff. And so I think about the addictive personalities that can get involved in this, and especially those that may be having financial struggles, but they're looking like, oh, this is going to guarantee something for me, and then become willing to pour their hard-earned money into it. Does that make sense?
Obviously, I think the biggest issue with a company like that and gambling is what you just brought up, is the fact that they're not going to do anything to stop people from being addicted. If anything, they're going to want to have more and more people addicted to this thing in order to make more profits, which again brings up the fact of, is it an ethical way to make money when you're kind of forcing addictions? The other thing, too, that I want to bring up is they've brought up the fact that people, technically, there has always been systems like this. Even before gambling was legal for all of us, there was still a way to do it. There are systems that are already trustworthy, if you will, as trustworthy as a gambling system can be. So it's like, with all of those already being created and already here, why would people want to
Why
come
do
to
we need
this
another
one
one?
instead? You know? Do we need another one?
Yeah.
Probably not. We probably should not have as many as we do already. And why would this one be better than one that has already been doing this? Like, they are saying that themselves, that they're taking the techniques that other countries have used for over 15 years. So if you think about it, you're like, okay, so other people have been doing this for 15 years.
So why would we trust you with whatever system that you've come up with? Because it sounds like you're just
today.
new to it. Yeah.
Yeah, you like did it today. Like,
To
you know?
me, it sounds like they just found another thing that is like, oh, this is something, so we should create something, and now we should sell it to people so that we can make money.
Yeah,
That's all I see.
I feel like that's what this whole Zeus's Bounty thing has been. It's just basically this couple sitting here trying to figure out how they're going to make money off of everyone and come up with all the ways that they can. So they're like, I know, chariot races, sports gambling, NFTs, Bitcoin. We'll figure something out with all the above. Like, it's just ridiculous to me.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
So that's kind of, that overview of that. And we're going to talk a lot about Dutch betting, and it is a legitimate betting technique where a bettor places a wager on both sides of an outcome. All right. We're not talking about arbitrage. That is more of an advanced betting technique, and we're not talking about that here. It will be,
but it sounds like you'll talk about it elsewhere. Okay.
A bonus section in our
course. Yeah, in their secret Zoom meeting.
We're not talking about arbitrage betting. You may ask, how can you guarantee profits? So many sports books provide offers to new users, as well as an occasional offer to existing users. Now, students in our course, they're not only going to know exactly what offers each sports book has in your state or your province. I mean, literally every single state, every single offer, every single sports book that is in those states, they're all in the course. So you can go in very quickly. You don't have to do any of the research. You don't have to try to figure out what they are. They're in there.
I don't trust that.
You're also going to be able to utilize our proprietary tools. So our students will know exactly what bet to place on either side to know exactly how much profit you're going to make.
Wait, hold on. Can we pause this?
Guaranteeing profits at the end of the final outcome.
I feel like if you're betting on sports, now I'm not a big gambler. I don't do the whole gambling thing. But I do know that in the stock market, you're not allowed to tell people how to trade, and I thought that, is there not a rule when it comes to gambling? Is it not like cheating or something to tell people how to, like, what they should be betting on? Are you allowed to do that?
But that's like if you would know what the outcome is, but they don't know the outcome.
So is that the loophole? Because, like, this is what I mean. Like, I feel like there's a problem with that. And like, I don't know. It just seems iffy. Like, people being like, you should bet on this sports team to win. And then, like, having people.
But the whole thing is that you're betting on one place, you're betting on one sports team, and somewhere else you're betting on the other sports team. So it's basically like you're betting on both to win.
Yeah, is that not cheating?
But you're not doing it in the same place. You're doing it like at two different betting places. You're doing it one at A and then at B something else.
I'm too honest for this.
I would never want to do it.
But I'm still kind of like, I feel like they're breaking some kind of a code or something that says that you're not supposed to tell people like how to gamble or where to put their money in gambling.
Well, we are going to be looking at an article on Behind MLM that kind of goes into a little bit of this. So maybe like what Oz wrote will give us a bit more.
Because all of that seems very like iffy, very dishonest. We're like verging on just, I don't like it.
Now, the course The course, here's just an outline so you guys kind of have an idea. The course is going to teach our students how to use the various bookmakers to maximize on their profits. It's going to teach you some basic vocabulary. You don't have to do the lessons in any particular order. You can skip around if you want.
Okay, I hate looking at this because I'm looking at it from, an instructional designs perspective, and I'm like, okay, these are not even objectives, and it just pisses me off that this is what it's going to do. And it's like, I can't stand it when people who don't know anything about how to write that shit throw stuff together because it's always jank. I'm sorry, I just had to say that.
No, I'm glad you did
That's
because
me.
you're right. This is all not objectives and it's just very general.
Yeah.
I find everything about this extremely general and it doesn't actually tell you anything. Even when you do this course, I'm sure it's all going to be very, very general and not actually tell you how to do anything.
Tim and Nicole, at the very least, look up Bloom's taxonomy and look up how to write instructional objectives so you don't look like assholes. Because
And
this
so
is
that
just
Alana doesn't have
bullshit.
an aneurysm.
Yeah, just
Every time she
saying.
looks at your courses.
It's like, I mean, at least write something solid, but you're probably going to fuck that up too. So just saying.
Want. It's going to introduce you to some of those reload offers or existing customer bonuses. We're going to talk about explanation of odds. We're going to show you how you can make good money. You can have fun. You don't have to be a betting pro. We'll help you find the bets. Okay, our tools are going to help you find the bet. We're going to teach you what to bet on, what to avoid, provide tools to assist you quickly in finding the best odds, provide you with calculators, they're proprietary calculators that we've designed, how you use and maximize.
Hey, stop it. Stop. Now, they designed these calculators to figure out the odds.
We were joking about Ash Mufara designing calculators, and now here we are. And we have Nicole and Tim here just designing calculators. How would you even do this? Can we just take a minute to think about like how impossible that actually is though? And again, is that not some kind of weird cheating? I don't know. Seems sus.
Winnings. And we want to remind you not to gamble. This is on
you.
What?
We want to remind you not to gamble? But you're basically teaching everybody how to gamble. But you're saying not to gamble, but that's what you're teaching. I don't understand.
My brain just had a full on, I think it just melted. I think all my brain cells just melted. I just listened to all of this about how we were going to learn how to gamble. And then at the end, they're like, I'm just here to remind you not to gamble. And then they actually say that is on you. Do you think that is a disclaimer that gets you out of being responsible for these people gambling? Because it's not.
No.
I'm telling you right now, Nicole and Tim, if you get a bunch of people in this system, and you end up having gambling addicts in here. Yeah. And they lose. Guess whose fault that is? That's your fault. I don't care what you put on your website saying, I'm here to remind you not to gamble. Okay. If I open up a shop right now and start selling crack and then people die because they're all crack addicts, that's on me. You open up.
I was about to say crack too.
Right? I just want to remind you guys, don't do crack. But here's a bag. No, okay? You cannot pass out gambling to people. Provide a system of gambling and then be like, I'm just reminding you guys to be careful. Especially when there is not one thing on your site that shows people where to go if they have a problem. You don't put that on your website. You don't have an area that says that if you do have a problem with gambling, this is where you should go. So it's almost
you don't even make a disclaimer that if you have had a problem in the past or currently possibly have a problem with gambling, this is not something you should be involved in.
Yeah, something like that. You don't even have that. This is all you have. Really? Jesus.
Assholes.
Not teaching gambling here. This is a no gambling strategy. And that's what we're going to be, excuse me. That's what we're going to be teaching.
Your mouth didn't want to lie.
Students. There will be advanced courses in there that people can dive into, and we'll talk a little bit in our bonus course about some of those advanced strategies if anybody wants to dive into that. But the course that we are teaching will show you the profits every single time. Okay. Yeah, I just said this, but we're not going to be doing over advanced betting techniques, but of course we'll provide you the bonus course at the end.
Okay,
right?
we're not going to do it, but we have this bonus that does it.
Nicole. Nicole. Come on, Nicole. Really? Like, really though? Like, what do you mean? Oh God.
That just pissed me off. We're not going to teach you that in this course, but we have another course. It's a bonus course that do advanced betting strategies, but don't gamble.
The whole thing is that this isn't a loophole to gambling. It's almost more scary what they're doing, because it's almost like what they're saying is that they're providing a way for people to gamble without gambling. And if anything,
safely gamble.
Yeah, like that is actually going to prey on people that probably shouldn't be gambling, but they think that now they've found some kind of loophole where they can like do it without the addiction or something. And it's just, my head hurts, Nicole. Nicole, stop. Lord.
Okay, let's take a look at the maps really quick and talk about what they mean. Now,
yeah, please, because they have no reason to be here.
There are 32 states that actually allow online sports betting. Not all of them allow it outside a retail location.
If you have to show the legal places for your company to run on a map, you should probably just shut it down.
Any of our members, we will never tell them, "Oh yeah, go ahead and do Oregon. It's great." It's not. Okay, it is legal there, but there isn't enough there to make, we don't feel
screw you,
financially makes sense for anybody to do that. If somebody decides after seeing this they still want to do it, that's on you. We're telling you our recommendations here. We will always be honest, very transparent about what we think.
We're telling you not to do it, so if you do it, that's on you.
So then she does want to actually give people gambling advice and tell them where to gamble, and if they don't listen and they lose money, then that's on them. That's what we're doing here.
That's what we're doing.
Also, I just need to point out again, if you are ever watching a presentation done by somebody to a business that you have apparently joined or anything that you have joined, and they bring a big giant map up on their screen to start talking about all the places where they can legally run, you should legally run the hell away. Okay? There's just something so wrong about this whole thing. I've never in my life seen this, where it's like, so these are the countries where we will be legal. Like, are you kidding me right now? Oh, this is a mess.
That's terrible. Okay, we're 14 minutes in. We're doing pretty good, I think.
Yeah,
you
for what we're given.
So, notes on a few states. In Florida, it actually has been legalized, but it's pending launch, and it may not happen until 2025. But they did legalize it. So they're just going through all the legalese of all that stuff. North Carolina and Ohio, they are legalized as well, and they are both pending launch, and we're hoping 2022.
This is so weird.
California, Nebraska, Missouri, they've also legalized it, but they're just pending the laws around that. Okay. Oregon, Wyoming, Arkansas, Delaware, Connecticut, and New Hampshire are all legal, but there are only 2 to 4 sports books available, making this course not recommended at this time. Again, if you live in any of those states and you want to do it, that's on you, but we just don't feel like it's a good use of your money, and we want to make sure our students are earning.
Because we're such good people.
Like
we are so good, and we're looking after you. Give me a fucking break.
We're gonna
just don't feel like that's a good use of your money.
What the fuck did I just watch? We just had her put on these places. It's illegal to use our system, and they don't give you big returns on your gambling. So, you know, if you decide to do it there, that's on you. Business model 101.
For example, in Oregon, there's like 3 or 4 books, right?
There's 2.
There's 2.
I think
yeah, get right, Tim.
Sorry.
Yeah, 2 or 3. So you pay $500 for the course, and maybe the really good offers, and you could pick up 1,000, right? If that. So at best, you double your money, you know, and then it's over for you. And we don't want people to come in in that situation and be disappointed.
You know, Beth, it just occurred to me, since like these laws have changed from when Zeus's Bounty first launched at the beginning of the year, and
Yeah.
now that some of this is, becoming legal, with Ash mentioning play and the game stuff,
Yep.
it has to be tied to this kind of shit, don't you think?
It is. And
Okay.
that's kind of why I think it's cool that we found this one at the same time.
Yeah.
They're very,
Okay,
very
head
similar.
exploding.
Like
Head
this,
exploding.
Tim is basically like a better talking, more intelligent Ash.
But he's also creating the game thing that Ash says, well, we're now going into games. So that's what it sounds like to me. Like, Tim's whole little thing has been about crypto and gaming, basically. And Ash loves the crypto.
And Zeus's Bounty here also is pretty much just crypto and gaming. So it's like Ash wants to be Zeus's Bounty, but then he also wants to take over the internet.
With what they've earned, we'd rather just be honest with them and go, yeah, it's legal, but it's not worth it.
Absolutely. And
they're so good.
That's kind of where we're really driving. Now, all of these states I've got a list of all of them. I've got the current books that are available in them. And as soon as we have a minimum of 7 books that we want every single state to have before we will promote them.
I'm very confused about the whole book thing. I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Feel free. If you live in Wyoming, you want to head on over to Colorado, or if you live in Ohio right now and you want to truck on over to Indiana or Michigan or West Virginia or Pennsylvania, there's plenty there too. So you have to be physically in the state when you place your bets on these online ones. So let's talk about Canada really quick. Now,
boy, Beth.
I'll go back to the United States super quick. So the purple is that it's legal, but it's retail only, meaning you have to go into
a location
to place your bet, like a casino, or maybe some bars have it. I thought I saw you literally have to go into those places. Okay. So let's go over to Canada. Now, Canada is only 2 options. It's legal in Canada, completely legal. Except in the provinces in purple, it's retail only. You have to go to the location. And Canada, as I was going through the list of sportsbooks in Canada, I was like, wow, we need to go to Canada. Canada has got a ton. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right. Now let's go into how much you need. I think I saw a question about that.
Okay, Canada does not want your spam.
Which is now the Simple Dutch course is a one-time course fee.
Can we pause it for a second?
USD. Yeah, you can do.
Because here's the thing, like she just brought up, we have things here in place in Canada. We have all of our gambling stuff. We have all of it on the books. We can literally go to several books right now and gamble away all of our money if we want to. We do not need another system. Here it is also illegal. Here it is also illegal to get advice in certain provinces. I know here in Ontario, you're not supposed to get advice on like where to gamble. So that's why I'm very confused as to how we can have a system that is giving people advice on where to gamble. That's a very iffy gray area in a lot of places, not just here in Canada, but even in some of the states and stuff. It's very iffy in terms of people telling people where to put their money in terms of gambling or investing. And that's what's worrying me so much about this darn thing. And again, with Canada having all of this already available, and as she brought up, about half of our freaking country, by the way, they do have to go to location to do it. So that takes them out of this, thank God. Why would we then want to come to this thing? Why would we go to Zeus's Bounty to place bets? We wouldn't. I don't know why they think we would.
It's going to go up. The list price is actually $8.97. We'll let people know when it's going up, but right now it's $4.97. It can be paid with a debit or a credit card, and hopefully we'll be able to get Bitcoin on soon as an option as well.
My family won't get mad at you, Heather. You'll be okay.
Right now it's $6.97. Just
See,
saying.
like, but this, I just, yeah, 6 nights to get in.
Just to take their course, their stupid
And
course.
this is what I mean. Who the hell is going to take a course to learn how to guess on gambling? Like, okay, can we just talk about how gambling is gambling to begin with? So
But
how
she's telling them not to gamble. Please don't gamble.
No, I know. She's just telling us where to gamble to get the best profit so that we don't have to actually do any of the work, apparently, or something. I think that's what the plan apparently is here. But this is what I mean, though. I feel like you are going to take an impossible course. There is no way to teach gambling. It is gambling. Just like with poker, there's no way to teach someone how to count cards and cheat. They can either learn it or they don't know it. I cannot play cards because I'm very good at that. So this is what I mean. It's one of those things where it's like, if you thought that there was no way to tell someone how to run a business with a course, let me guarantee you that there is no way to tell someone how to like properly gamble with a course. And that's why I hate this thing. And that's why I hate all of the Bitcoin things, because that's basically what they're doing. They're claiming that they can give you a system that's going to show you how to basically gamble correctly. And that doesn't exist. It will never exist. There's no way to do it.
Okay, I have to share this with you guys because I found this hysterical. This goes back to like their YouTube channel. So this is their Simple Dutch System Facebook page. 46 likes, 47 followers. So it doesn't really seem like anybody cares or anybody is jumping in on this. Not to me. I just found that really to be hysterical. But up here it has guaranteed profits up to $10,000 in 30 to 45 days.
Yeah,
for
that's
qualified
illegal
U.S. states
income.
and Canada. It's like that's an illegal income claim right there.
And that's what I was saying. They have actually been doing nothing but these illegal income claims since July, since this became a thing. Like, it's just constant illegal income claims. And every single Zoom, too, they are guaranteeing profits, which in itself is an illegal income claim. But then when you put a dollar amount, it most certainly is. It's very worrisome, especially when you think about gambling and them promising guaranteed earnings. It's just all very suspicious.
Okay, we're 17 minutes in.
We do recommend you start with, at a minimum, a $250 to $500 bankroll. $1,000 is the best starting bankroll to fully maximize that.
And that's after you've bought their stupid course.
Yeah. Yeah, that's on top of the $600 for the course.
Yeah.
But it can absolutely be done with a smaller bankroll, just depending on the offers that you register for. We've got a private students only Facebook page that we can certainly talk about people bringing up the different offers they have. We can talk about strategy in there, and maybe if you're starting with a low bankroll, the course actually goes through starting with a very low bankroll because we wanted to start with that. You know, as I was putting the course together, I started with a low bankroll and started building my way up to that as well. So these are our recommendations. Did I freeze?
Hold on, did you catch that? Pause that for a second.
What?
She just admitted that she basically wrote this course as she was like learning how to do all of this.
Yeah.
So it's not like Nicole and Tim here have a lot
or some experts.
Yeah.
So why the hell would you spend $500 on people who really don't know dick? You know?
Yeah, they literally learned it when they made it.
That absolutely makes no sense. I bet you anything, you could go on YouTube and find plenty of videos about, you know, Simple Dutch.
Oh, I bet you could go on YouTube and there would be so many people talking about sports gambling and how to do it properly. I'm sure there's
you don't need their shit. Don't need their shit.
Tons of them. But no, I just found it so funny that she was like, so when I was making this course, I had an
aneurysm when she said that.
I was very scared that I was going to screw it up, so I only put a little bit of money in, is basically what she might as well have said. So it's like she had no clue what she was doing. And the only reason why she was doing it was to write the course so that she could apparently teach everybody else how to do it.
And
Very
sell them
bizarre.
on it. Yeah.
Very bizarre. But thank you. Thanks, Nicole, for that.
I think it was just for me.
Oh, okay.
We wish it was.
Of course, Regina.
So yeah.
To bring everybody else into it, though.
What if my state isn't currently eligible? Can I still earn?
No.
That is a great question. You absolutely still can. As per our philosophy, our goal is to help as many people as we can, and we recognize that
that's illegal.
This course isn't available to everybody, but we wanted to find a way where we can have as many people earn money as possible. Either, whether you financially you can't do it, maybe you live in a state and maybe right now financially can't, or your state or province isn't currently recommended. So whether you become a student or not, you can still earn referral commissions, and we'll go down 2 levels deep if someone that you referred becomes a student.
This is illegal.
Back to that whole Zeus Academy thing. And this is how you can refer others. All right?
To do illegal
if you are a student of the Simple Dutch course system already, so if you're already a student, you guys probably already know this, you log into your course at your simpledutchsystem.com, press your toolbox button, and in that toolbox for our students, there's a personalized affiliate link for you to share with others. You can also get to it through the next screenshot, which is
this is very confusing for a link.
So if you aren't a student, you can still share to receive commissions. So you remember when we talked about
okay, so you don't even have to be a student, but you can still sell their shit and earn from it. Is that what she's saying?
I think that's what she just said. So then I'm having a hard time now. Because I'm kind of like, well, what would the hell be the point in that? And if I didn't take a goddamn course, why the hell would I share the course that I didn't take and tell other people to take the course? But I mean, that's a stupid question, Queen. That's because you have integrity, and nobody has integrity over here. So what the hell? I don't know what's going on. And I'm very worried about her telling people that are in places. If you are in a place, by the way, where this is not legal, do not use this and buy it as a loophole. You can get in trouble for doing illegal gambling. This is not a loophole. Don't listen to that crazy lady on the screen that wants to get you thrown in jail, please. Lord.
Yeah.
This whole thing's a mess.
Zeus Academy earlier. If you currently aren't a member of the Zeus Academy yet, get back with the person who brought you here and ask them for their link to the Zeus Academy. Once you log in, once you get into your Zeus Academy and you log in, you're going to head down to this affiliate toolbox that you'll see in your members area. And you'll click the yellow access content button. And from there, you'll be brought to a page that has most of it's the Zeus creatives. We're not worried about that right now. We want the Simple Dutch affiliate toolbox. You click on that, and you also will have a personalized affiliate link that you can share with others. And anybody that uses your link, if they happen to go in, you will get it's 20% at the first level and 5% on the second level. So anybody who goes in there, again, we have people that already have gotten commissions and they don't even know where they came from, because the way the way it's working already in Zeus Academy, it's already
you can get in there through that one anymore.
If you're already a member, certainly you can just go back in your Zeus Academy. If you're not, get that and register. Like I said, the Zeus Academy is completely free. There may be some tools in there that you really like. There's a ton of free courses. There's 8 right now. We've got a couple more coming out that we're working on.
There's
completely
4
free. They'll help you with marketing, teach you about YouTube, advertising, Twitter, Facebook, linking.
I also don't think
there's a
Zeus
lot of
had
really
many
great
chariot
courses in there.
races.
And then we've also got some creatives
I'm
you can use
saying.
as well. And if there's any other programs that you're in, you can use some of those tools to promote those. So all of that is free. And then the only thing in there is any of the like paid courses we put in there. This is one of those courses. There's only going to be a couple in there. Okay. I think that for the presentation is it in a nutshell. So I guess based on the questions,
they should have called it Helios.
Tweak it or not, but we can certainly open this up to questions right now if we need to.
Yeah, there haven't been a ton of questions. Daniel Talk just asked, how about New Jersey?
Yeah, there haven't been a ton of questions because not many people are watching this bullshit. That would be why.
I'm having a hard time as to how they would even ask questions.
Yeah, because it's basically, so you want me to spend $500 to get your course so I can learn how to bet. Okay, and I'm going to always win. The end.
Yeah, like I'm kind of like, what questions? Like that's basically all this is. That is all this is. It is come here, buy a course, and then learn how to gamble, which again makes my head explode because there is no way to actually like learn how to gamble that in my mind is actually legal. When I was younger, I was taught how to count cards. That is illegal. I cannot go play poker now at a casino. I would get in trouble because there would be no way for me to not do that, okay? It would just kind of happen. It's the only maths I can do is when it comes to card. My name's Queen of Spade. Give me a break. So I'm trying to figure out how this can exist as a course, like without it being illegal, apart from the fact that it's technically illegal in half of the states and half of my provinces, but whatever. Like, how are you going to explain to people that you're going to teach them how to gamble and always win? Like that in itself.
But then tell them not to gamble because there was that caveat. I'm going to teach you how, but don't do it. But don't do it.
Like, is it not gambling? I guess because it's like a for sure.
Well, Beth, I'm going to teach you how to ride a bike, but do not go out and get your own bike. Don't get on my bike. Don't start riding it.
Don't sit on the bike.
Teach you how to do it.
We're just going to teach you how to ride it. We just don't want you to actually sit on it, okay? Just dream about it. But this is what I mean. Like, there is no way to teach this. It's driving me insane to think that these people actually think somehow that they have come up with a system to figure out how to win every single sports bet that you could ever do.
They're not selling. But here's the thing. It's not actually their system because they are in partnership with OddsJam. They're an affiliate of OddsJam. And we're going to look at that. So that's really where the system comes in, is that they're selling people on something else. So they're basically, it's like if Ash was talking about something and he was really getting people to buy GDI.
Yeah, like which we were wondering
about. Which we've wondered about, yeah. That's all that they're doing is they're basically selling an affiliate membership to OddsJam shit is what it sounds like to me.
Yes, and I feel like even this academy is that.
Yeah. Like they're just selling all these different affiliate things.
It seems to just be a bunch of affiliate links, and then they're like, "Oh, and if you don't come take our course, don't worry. You can still share the affiliate link." And I'm over here like,
yeah.
Well, who the hell does that? Like, guys, if I ever came on here, okay, and I was like, listen, everyone, I found a course on how to be the greatest YouTuber in the world. Okay, hands down.
I haven't taken it though.
This is the affiliate link, but I obviously haven't taken it because I suck. You would be like, Queen, I'm not taking something that you haven't even taken yet. Why the hell are you promoting this to me when you've never done it before? And you would have every right to come and punch me in the face and tell me I was dumb for that. Like, I don't know where anyone would get off. It's like, I love this product. Never tried it. Like,
but I love it.
But I
that's the
love
whole
it. It's
thing.
like, no, that's not a thing. Stop this, MLM people. Stop this right now. You do this all the time. Stop promoting things that you haven't even used. Damn it.
I mean, if I ever promote anything, it's like I think I mentioned like the orchard where I ordered my damn Macintosh apples because I can't find Macintosh apples, locally.
Yeah.
It's because I've actually used it,
Yeah, that's with your apples. I don't think I'm
and
awful. I'm an
and
awful
I don't even
YouTuber.
have
I
an
don't do
affiliate link. I'm just
nothing.
telling you, go to honeycrisp.com because they have great apples, and there's no affiliate link, but I do use it. I'm not going to promote something to you that I don't use.
Yeah, like
Um,
I can't even get around the fact that they actually expect people to do that. Like to be like, come and join in, not take the course, and then just share the affiliate link around. Like, yes, that's what you're gonna get. A bunch of
okay,
people are gonna run to do that, I'm sure.
we're about halfway finished, so the rest of this is, I guess, the Q&A. So let's hear what kind of. I'm curious what questions people
It's gonna
actually
turn
have.
into another like Ash worshiping session, although it's
If
Tim.
it does, I am going to just hop up and go bash my head against a wall.
All right, Alonda, please go get a helmet because you're about to press play.
Ugh!
New Jersey is friggin' awesome.
New Jersey's awesome.
Like you finally have a reason to live in New Jersey, right? And be happy. Yeah. New Jersey, New Jersey is awesome. Arizona is awesome. Colorado, Indiana. Like
So-
Tim Alley's been in Tennessee, but he's also traveled to Virginia and West Virginia and
Yeah.
taken advantage of the offers in those states. And he's like tripled up.
Yeah.
I can say that our results with Nicole working the books while she's been building this course over the last 6 weeks is easy $7,000 in profit. And nothing was ever at risk,
Yeah,
which
and that
was so incredible.
That was
Like
straight
it
profit.
works every single time.
Yeah. So Antoine, no, you cannot see the tools. They are proprietary. Our system is proprietary and those tools are proprietary to us. So we are guaranteed.
Okay, that bugs me. We're not going to show you what you're going to, we're going to teach you to use. We're just telling you. And the whole thing about instruction is better show more, tell less.
Stealing my pop, child. Sorry.
Okay.
My daughter is stealing my pop. I don't understand what how they're
proprietary.
like
Oh, fuck off.
I think that's just become a
Oh.
buzzword at this point. Like I really do. I hear proprietary in every single scam. I don't even know if they know what it means. And yes, the yellow strip Elamir, I talked about that. That is what they did too. They were like, these things are great, but it's actually a post-it note. That's what these guys want people to do. This is great. Here's the affiliate link. It's like, no, stop telling people to promote things that they've never tried. That's very dishonest. Don't do
guaranteeing
it.
those profits when you follow this course, when you follow it exactly, and you don't go diverging off on your own. That's how we can guarantee it. So
I'm a good little minion.
You're not going to be able to see those tools in there because that is the system.
The tools is a complex calculator, a couple of them, and
Can you explain that to
APIs
us,
give,
Tim?
like live feeds odds, right?
Yeah.
Proprietary.
That's what we've got.
So I can tell you what you do get with the
Calculator.
course. So obviously you get the course. There's currently, right now there's 10 planned out, 8 are completely finished. The 9th one's almost done. The 10th one is a bonus that's more advanced. There is our proprietary calculators that there's actually different calculators. There is live feed data to work with the best matched odds. There is all the states and provinces with every single bookmaker, with every single offer that they have is all there for all of our students to use to find quickly. There is, of course, we've got our private Facebook page. So yeah.
I don't know, Al. See, that you and I are thinking the exact same thing right now. I'm
So
kind of sitting
Steven
here
asked,
like,
do you walk through
why
the
am I
first
taking a
bet?
course if I have a calculator? And what's the
We
calculator?
certainly could. Now we can't Zoom, you can't
Is it
do
a course
that
on how
on,
to
you
use
can't
the
do any
calculator?
screen sharing. But I usually check in with the students, a couple times a day. I'm trying to say, what's going on, how you doing? And if anybody needs any guidance and any help,
That's
we
what
can
you're doing.
certainly do that. We want to be
Nothing to do
there.
with
We want
manipulation at all.
so we can certainly do that with you, Stephen.
Anyone else
Antoine
getting
says
really
his
annoyed
baby's
by the
going
use
for
of the
it.
word students
Do you
here?
have
Oh,
a
yes.
sponsor
Okay.
in
I
Zeus Bounty,
am.
or are you
Then.
in Zeus Bounty, Antoine?
I'm like, you're not teaching them anything.
will
They're
drop
not
the
really
link.
your students.
Yes. Okay. So the best thing to do is just log in to your back office and click on Nicole's showing you, and you can
Right
just
here.
buy the course. Your sponsor will get credited, and their sponsor will get credited.
So when you log into your back office, Antoine, you'll just go down to the courses tab in your member area.
Don't
Click
do
on
it,
the
Antoine.
access content, and then you'll scroll down. It'll have a little lock on it. It'll say Simple Dutch. You click on that, learn more. It will take you to the main video, and then it'll take you to kind of like, like the sales page, which goes over, and that's where the buy button is right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've got a couple of members that are already very proficient at this system. So what we'd like to start doing is adding a coaching session so you could get a fast start and guaranteed to make your money back. And that's hopefully one of the things we're going to be adding into this.
Okay, wait,
to make
what?
it easier for you to get a fast start. But really, Nicole does a great job of explaining it in the course. Like she brings clarity to the situation. The videos are pretty short. It's about 45 minutes in total, maybe an hour. And the videos are pretty short. You can follow along, pause it, do exactly as she says. And like within 2 hours, you already have placed bets and you're in the money. And within a couple of days, it's something you should be able to master. And you just go in and spend what? 5-10 minutes a day, Nicole?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Doing stupid stuff. Not that I would know what that's like.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So it shouldn't
Don't do anything stupid.
It shouldn't take you a lot of time. So 10 minutes a day,
really,
and you should be up to speed, really. But for those that need it, we're going to be hopefully offering coaching sessions. We've got already a couple of members that are very proficient, like I said.
Okay, wait, hold on.
They actually kind of work with Nicole on some of these details.
Like, what are the okay? So we have a calculator that does the work for us, okay? And then we have to sign up for a $600 course that teaches us how to bet or use the calculator or something. I don't know what's going on. And then now we're talking about a training coaching session. But what are we training people for?
To bet.
Like, this is what I have an issue with. I'm kind of like, I thought you created a system so I wouldn't have to learn how to bet. And now you're telling me I got to take $600 courses and then I got to become a betting coach? What is this? Is this even a thing? Like, for what? What are the coaches doing? They're teaching people how to bet, but we already have a $600 course available and this calculator that's going to do it all for us. So what do I need coaches for too now?
Because
and then
they're affiliates. And I bet you anything. Okay, what it sounds like to me is a lot about the Canadian Brobots, about how they will like have their like
bring Canada into this, Wanda. Jeez.
And then you buy their course, and then remember, you don't become part of a NAGIC until you take their coaching call. And it seems like maybe that they would have something like, well, there's going to be maybe they'll bring in something like that. It's like, we have a coach. So if you're not sure after this webinar, you can get on the phone with a coach who can walk you through some stuff.
Okay. So we would have a coach available to walk us through. Aren't all the worst scammers Canadian, Joe? To walk us through how to use the calculator. and the system that's going to guarantee me good bets. Because I took a
I think you can
course.
become a coach too. We can all become coaches.
Because we're all going to teach everyone how to use the
The
calculator,
the simple Dutch system.
which is a
That have a calculator.
Okay. There's a lot of learning for a lot of nothing.
We worked with another guy helping us build out the calculators that made more sense and worked in better, like compared to anything that you could find out there. We had to build our own because nothing else was really proficient at doing what we needed to have done.
We had to build it all. So
Yeah.
Regino had a question about Nevada, and he's
Oh,
asking
Scamina.
casinos. Honestly,
Yes.
My fault we
Regino,
got
my
Trudeau.
personal opinion and what I've been researching, I don't think it actually has anything to do with casinos. I at all. I think that I think for Nevada, now that online sports betting is becoming so prevalent, because the state takes like 6.5%, which is actually pretty low. I think that there's going to be a big push for Nevadans to want to be able to bet online as well and bring in some of these bookmakers. I feel like Nevada will get there. I just don't know how soon, but I think it'll get there.
And with that,
because it's different. The casinos are known mostly for their game rooms, right? They're known mostly for the gambling, the poker, and I don't know a lot about gambling, but that's what they're predominantly known for. So I believe, I keep reading up and checking. I believe it will come to fruition. And Nevada, they actually already have online sports book things, but you have to go physically into a location and use there if you go into MGM.
Well, and that's one of the things too, that there may be enough sports.
No, the MGM one is
retail.
online. What are you talking about?
You just have to go to MGM, right? You just have to go to the casinos. They still have the offers.
Yeah,
it's
but
you have to do it in person.
And it wouldn't. I wouldn't recommend that myself.
Yeah,
this is a
I
lie.
wouldn't either, but I'm just saying, you don't necessarily have to buy the course for that. Walk into the casino and ask them if they have any offers, and you can take advantage of it.
Delph asked
Antoine
about,
says,
well, wait,
he asked if,
I'm back. Wait, I back up. I'm just going kind of in order here.
Oh.
Because Delph asked about Washington State.
Oh, right.
Delph,
they
it
just
is legal
started an
retail
app
only. You do have to go to a location. It doesn't mean they won't be.
I can
we'll
bet
try to
there
keep
right
everybody
now from my
updated as soon as
phone.
states come online. But it is legal in Washington, but retail only, meaning you have to physically go into the casino and whatever sports book that casino has. So this system wouldn't work for a retail situation. Just,
and it would be illegal if
But
you were in a
can
state
still
with
refer
that.
to others in Colorado, Arizona,
Yeah.
Canada, anywhere where it's really profitable.
Yep.
You should be sharing this with people. You're going to get paid regardless. You don't have to buy the course.
Nope.
To earn commissions. So we're not making you pay for this product in order to earn commissions from it. What do we care? Right?
Yeah.
We want you to share it. We want it to grow. So, you can still sign up to become an affiliate and share it with others who may be in a spot where it is profitable. And can I go to Antoine now?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No? Okay.
No, I was
He
just
asked
going
if
in
you
order.
get paid extra for a coaching session. Yes, the coaches will be paid. And it'll be like a calendar thing where they can click on the coach, they can book an appointment, and it'll be scheduled for you.
So they have to pay that.
That's the idea.
I think that's coming soon, but you don't. Right now, where we're at, Antoine, is in our Facebook students group. We're gonna be helping. We're gonna be helping walk through the first those if somebody needs it. So that's not yet. If it's really more intense, like one-on-one coaching, that might be something we do later. But if we get to coaching sessions, then as Tim said, there will be a charge. It's just not right now. Right now, we've got our group, and when it gets too big, we might have to migrate. And maybe you'd be the one who'd be a coach. I don't know.
So there you go. Coaching session. There will be a charge for it.
Okay, so again, I'm having a very hard time. Because it's like, okay, so we have a system that's going to gamble for us. We don't need to know anything about gambling or even know the terms in order to friggin' do it, right? But then we also have this academy class that's $600, but we don't have to take that. We can still make money. And then now we have these coaches, or we can become a coach. Again, a coach in what? How to gamble? Like, what? Okay. Again, there's something very illegal about this that's just really bothering me. Like, it's like right on the edge of being legal, you know? And yes, Alps, MGM is a huge casino in Vegas that has also now began an app so that I, here in Canada, can now download the MGM app and I can actually do legal gambling in the US on that app. They also have the ability to do sports gambling with it. And this is why I'm saying, with something like that existing, coming from a casino, from people that have been in this industry of gambling for like 20 plus years, you know what I mean? Why would I go to Miss Nicole here that literally learned how to gamble in a system like this to write this course? Like, it just makes no sense why they think that they even are close to that. Or how are they going to know how to beat that casino? Because technically, if you're learning how to gamble, you're kind of learning how to cheat. That there, like I said, there's almost no way to learn how to gamble unless you're learning how to cheat it. So I'm kind of like,
affiliates, first level affiliate commission is $100. Second level is $25.
Okay.
Yeah, at the price that it's at now, which is the $497.
20%, 5%.
And 5%. So as the price goes up, the commissions will obviously go up because it'll be more.
Yeah. So Stephen asked about chariots. So just so you know, we have version 1 of the game. We've played, made a feedback list. The dev team's working on version 2.
They're on 3 now.
I'm going to do another meeting, and then all the owners are going to be able to start playing the game and giving their feedback, be part of the feedback loop. And then we're going to work together over the next 4 or 5 months and build it.
And look, Ash, they were able to do this in under a year. Just saying, you know.
And they are on version 3 right now, by the way. It has been released now, I guess. But they don't seem to actually be using it as the game. So I think they're still like,
it's in development.
Yeah, like developing and testing it as the owners and whatnot. But it is still.
But at least they are developing and testing. Unlike anything with, you know, Ash, it's like everything is just like he just comes up with, he pulls a new product out of his ass every time that he opens his mouth.
And they have softwares.
Yeah.
They have a few in their back office, like a link shortener. They have like their own.
They don't anymore. They don't anymore. I didn't find.
They did.
They did. They did not now. Yeah.
So they came up with all those little softwares all within like a few months. They were in there like right away. It was pretty quick. And then now we have this whole thing that they're on version 3 of. So technically they're doing like their beta testings, if you will, right?
And
they're on
meanwhile, they're shilling this as they're waiting to get their game up and running. Because you know everybody's going to run to that. And when I say everybody is going to run to that, I mean no one is.
Like 3 people. It'll be like Tim, Nicole, and then their friend there that's always there.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Again, I don't know how this is even legal.
Which, by the way, I did look at the Simple Dutch System YouTube channel. There are 35 subs. And I mean, I know everybody has to start out somewhere, but you can just tell, it's like, again, they're not getting traction is the point. Like if they are such a, you know, they have such a great idea and this is such a great thing, they're not, no one cares. Just basically it boils down to nobody cares. No one's paying attention.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that nobody cares.
No, we don't want them to care. It's just these guys seem to think everybody cares.
And they don't.
This out, drop in new features, everybody tests it, we give our feedback, and that's where we're at. Let's go. This is chariots. Damn right. Damn right.
Zeus didn't even do his own chariot.
Do your work with OddsJam. Did we even mention OddsJam?
We didn't. We didn't.
That's funny, Antoine. we're actually partnering with Odds Jam. They're going to be a sponsor of our course. They're going to promote us. We're going to promote them. And this is a very awesome opportunity for their users to build up a bankroll to be able to use some of their more advanced tools. And they recognize it. We've had many, many meetings now with them.
Yep.
Had a long one today.
Yeah, we had a very long one today with them. It's going to be great.
Yeah, right now we have widgets in there because we have to build out the APIs, and that takes a lot of dev work.
Yeah, what we have in there is we're still doing some things that may look a little bit different in the next 30 days, but it's okay. Right now, we've got a lot of work that we're doing still. But the tools that we have will be great. So
I think that's awesome that Antoine brought up Odds Jam.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I think it's awesome.
Oh, I don't want to butcher your name. Is it Jayanthi?
Giante?
Well, you don't care about butchering Greek mythology, so Jesus.
Gianthi.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna Regino, because of your where your computer is, they know.
Yeah, so
it's IP based. It's all IP based.
These sports books have some pretty sophisticated technology. They even know if you have Zoom open.
Yeah, they knew if you, so you can't do that.
You can't even like make a deposit or place a bet if you have Zoom open or Skype or any other well-known screen sharing service, because they don't want people cheating the system.
Right, and that's fair, right? This what our course is teaching you is complete. No, you can't use a VPN. Telegram, you can. That's where some of the trainings that we've done and helped people with has been on Telegram.
They're on Telegram.
Facebook can too. I heard.
All scammers go to Telegram.
Yeah, we definitely have a couple of members
that
may be able to work with you, Regino.
You know what that means?
You know, and if you're one of those members, say hi, Regino.
Right, Regina, get out of there.
So, what else? Any other questions? Jill, thanks. If you
we're nearly done.
Just need to go to your zeusbounty.com and log in there. If there are no other questions, we do have a public Simple Dutch page as well. We're trying to separate a little bit so people don't get too confused. We of course have our Zeus's Bounty page, and we have our we now have a Simple Dutch page too, and we're just trying to kind of
it's gone like they apparently think Pegasus is
done, like separated. So you can certainly hop on there, and we're that's where we're going to be posting.
Hades is over here like I was the one with the chariot
doing stuff.
Where's my race?
And then if we have your emails, then I will send updates as well on any states that come online or new books that we're getting opened up. I'll kind of let people know about that too. So
Stephen likes your background image, wants to know where to get it.
Oh, it's in my files.
That was actually that's the Belizean River, and we had a couple of lots right next to it.
Oh, he's talking about that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and we were going to move to Belize, but we were afraid we wouldn't be able to get back in the country because of maybe vaccine mandates or something. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, Antoine, we're going to be doing a couple of webinars a week over the next few weeks as we launch this. And we have some ads, professional ads that were made up.
Oh, goodness.
Content, copy, images, all of that. We have a meeting with them next week.
So you hired Fiverr
for launching some Facebook ads. We're also going to be starting a postcard program.
Trying to reach Olympus.
We're going to test out and see if we can get some metrics and try to put some things together where we can do co-ops with everybody, so everybody can get a piece of the pie and start, building some income. Costa Rica is better than Belize. Well, Coke is better than Pepsi.
Janice, I was scrolling through all these, so I couldn't find it. I totally went the wrong way.
No, it's not. I'm drinking Pepsi. Damn it.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to call you Jay. I hope that's okay. But Jay, the way that you share it is you can get to it if you're not a if you're not a student,
Okay.
just basically
I've
you want to
about
go
had
into
it with their Q&As. I don't feel like we're getting anything from this. I think
Yeah,
I've
I
had
think
enough
we
of
can
it.
end this Q&A. I remember I told you that it doesn't end up actually being a Q&A. I wasn't lying. It's not really a Q&A. It turns out to everyone just asking like really weird questions and her being like, just go to the web page.
Yeah, and do this. Okay, so this is an article from Behind MLM. This was
Oz
from
never
August.
disappoints us.
This was August 18th. So this is recent. So he talks a little bit about the background of
right.
Zeus's Bounty.
You're funny.
And so anyway, about a fortnight after the reveal, Bentley launched Zeus's Academy, through which affiliates are being funneled into a new gambling scheme. If you're already a member of the Zeus Academy, head to your Zeus's Bounty members area to check out this new course just launched. The new course is the Simple Dutch system, which Bentley Wright is flogging to Zeus Bounty affiliates for $4.97. Now it costs more.
Mm-hmm.
New system guarantees profits without risk, with proprietary tools, an in-depth course, and a proven system in place. We will help you generate 3,000 or 6,000 or more in the next 30 days. Illegal income claims just by following the Simple Dutch system. The Simple Dutch course with step-by-step lessons, there's 9, from basic understanding of concepts to tutorials on using all tools provided in the system. Examples of different offers teaching you how to bet for maximum profits and more. But remember, don't gamble. Proprietary software providing you with the best live updated matchups to quickly find the best odds. Sponsored bonus lesson by Odds Jam. We're going to look over at Odds Jam for advanced strategies to continue earning long after offers have dried up. 45-day double your money back guarantee. My first red flag was the money back guarantee. So
my first red flag was the $3K that was promised.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, oh no.
My first red flag is that Tim Bentley is shilling something else.
Yeah.
So I looked up the TNC and found this. There is a 45-day double your money back guarantee available if you aren't in a positive profit in your sports betting at the end of 45 days after purchasing the course and submitting the following information to be verified. You will receive double your course purchase back.
No,
you acknowledge that you either live in a state or province we've identified as profitable, or you plan on visiting a state province that we've identified as profitable. If you purchase this course and try to use our system in any state province that is not identified by Simple Dutch as profitable, this will void all money back guarantees. Oz
That's
is like,
scary.
Right.
That's scary because as you saw on their chart, that's about half of the US and about half of Canada. So immediately right now, and it's funny because they're almost selling this as a loophole for those places, right? Like you heard them talking about how, you can't really gamble there, but at least if you use their system, you're good, right? So it's just funny to me that now they're saying this. It's like, oh, okay, but then I don't get my money back.
Your state province is declared unprofitable if the system doesn't work within the first 45 days. For those unfamiliar with the term, Dutch betting is the name for the betting technique of backing more than one outcome in the same event as opposed to just one. The aim of making multiple outcomes in one event, mainly in football and horse racing, is to profit from one of your chosen outcomes winning. There's obviously a lot of risk involved in Dutch betting, as if both outcomes lose, you will lose your stake on both bets. Simple Dutch system doesn't actually specify what sports affiliates will be betting on. The scheme is sponsored by OddJam, who lists a number of sports on their website. We would suggest having at least $3,000 to start out. You can be profitable with a smaller bankroll, but it will be difficult and will take a lot of patience. OddsJam has an arbitrage section, and they had mentioned that. But again, the secrecy of the Simple Dutch system doesn't lend itself to transparency. For those wanting to promote the Simple Dutch system, Bentley is offering a 20% commission personal sales and 5% on level 2 uni-level.
Oh, that was it. 20. Yeah. I thought it was 30. Sorry. It's probably 30 now, though.
This will probably run its course soon enough, or at least till Bentley comes up with a new grift exactly to funnel Zeus's Bounty affiliates into. That's all he's doing is just going from one thing to another.
I know. I feel like he's just running a grifting business. Zeus's Bounty is just a grift business. The end.
Bentley is running Simple Dutch System from the domain simpledutchsystem.com, privately registered on June 22nd, 2022. SimilarWeb isn't tracking traffic to the site, meaning it's negligible because no one cares. Thank goodness. Crypto smart contract, pyramid, NFT, game grift, gambling grift. I wonder what's next for Zeus's Bounty's victims. And that's exactly what we've gone through. And then there's this comment down here. My dear departed granddad was an SP bookie. He said going Dutch meant people would lose their pants faster. This website is effing hilarious. Working the spread in sports betting is rife with people totally out of their depth. Even professionals can get screwed. In horse racing, it's called being exotics.
Betting exotics, yeah. It is, and it's not recommended. People don't usually recommend this, which is why it's very strange to me that this company seems to be using that as the way that people are going to profit. Like they're saying, if you do that type of betting, then there's no way for you to lose, right? Like that's kind of what they're saying.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Like, that's not true, though. There is still a way to lose. That doesn't guarantee you profit. Like, what are these people talking about? Again, with gambling, there is
nothing is ever guaranteed. Nothing.
Gambling, damn it.
Okay, so let's take a look at their landing page.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's not gambling when it's guaranteed profits. We'll show you how. But it is gambling. Hello.
I hate this. I literally, that makes me like see red so much that's their whole motto now, is that it's not gambling because they're doing a system for you. And I'm like, what an awful thing, especially as someone that is a recovered addict of something. It just drives me nuts because that's going to be a problem.
Now, to me, OddsJam becomes very sus since they've teamed up with Zeus's Bounty, you know. Have not looked into who's behind all of that. Yeah.
Did they like team up? Or
I think they're just affiliates.
See, and that's what I want to know, because I don't think that they're actually like teamed up. I think they run very similar to the point where almost anyone can sign up for it.
We're going to look over at OddsJams too. So
yeah, and so I'm just wondering if it's like that. It would be interesting.
Thanks for watching our video and taking the next step into padding your wallet with no risk. Okay, seeing no risk like that should be an enormous red flag. The Simple Dutch system will show you how to turn sportsbook offers into cash over and over again. With proprietary tools, an in-depth course, and proven system in place, we will help you generate $3,000, $6,000, or more, usually within 3 to 8 weeks, just by following the Simple Dutch system. Take a look at the profits of your members. And I'm not going to scroll through all that bullshit. Okay. Don't like sports? No problem. You don't have to watch a single game or even know the rules of any sport. Against gambling, that's okay. There is absolutely no gambling when you use our system.
Listen, Susan, listen. Why the hell would I want to bet on sports if I don't like sports?
Exactly.
That is the dumbest thing to tell somebody. Like, hey, you don't watch any sports at all. Do you know what you should do? You should bet on it. Like, what the heck? What am I reading?
The only system for the United States and Canada that profits from sportsbooks 100% of the time. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. The Simple Dutch system will show you how. Sign up to sportsbooks in your state. That's the step one. We won't mislead you. Like other
I felt very misled already.
Okay, and some of this is cut off, so I can't even read all of it.
And that's not you. That's literally how it is.
It's their website. Yeah.
It's their website. Yeah.
With states that don't have something on sports books, okay, whatever.
That's us, isn't it? I'm just saying.
I can't even read everything. But I will.
Oh my God! They have the maps.
Yes, they have the maps.
What world do we live in where the company posts up a map that says these are the places where it's legal. These are the profitable places because it's legal to gamble here. And if you're not in one of these places, then screw you. This is a brand new weird thing happening, and I don't like it.
Okay, look, they have a disclaimer. Nothing in our course is legal advice. We recommend seeking independent advice. And this is not going to like vanquish you from any kind of, you can still be held liable. Seeking independent advice for more information about online sports betting in each state. Laws are constantly changing, and we will strive to keep up with the regulations. The information may be outdated. Oh, well, that's lovely.
That, like, again, putting that little disclaimer does not save them legally. I really need them to learn that.
So what do you get? You get the step-by-step lessons, immediate access to the full course, multiple calculators, which they are going to be using the calculators from OddsJam. I can guarantee you that, and you can use those calculators without.
This is
a Facebook group.
Which, by the way, like a Facebook group, a private Facebook group for students isn't like a special thing. No. I wish that these like stupid MLMs and scams would stop like being like, you get access to our private Facebook group. Like it's something amazing when it's not. I'm just saying, it's driving me nuts.
At the very bottom, are you guys seeing this? There is a link that goes to National Gambling Addiction Hotlines and additional resources. So I was glad to see that.
Yeah.
Even though, I mean.
Yeah, they put it at the very bottom, very small print though. And it's like, who's going to really see it? In my opinion, it should be a pop-up like the NDA on passive website. Something pops up and says, this is gambling. Please be wary. If you are addicted or shouldn't be gambling, then don't do this. And also, if you're in one of these countries that we claim is not profitable, don't sign up for us because you will not get the same guarantees. But are they going to do that? Of course not. Why would they?
I don't know how long this is. Okay, so here's OddsJam.
Who's wish Jason Briggs over here?
You can start your free trial, free bet conversion. Okay, and I'm not going to read through all of this, but what I do want to show you.
Don't worry, in future I will be reading through all of this.
I think
you'll notice that this came out in 2022.
And where did I just? Okay, so, Betty calculators. Hang on a second, because there was somewhere where I went to like all the calculators here.
There it is, calculators. Yep.
Okay, I think I just. All right, so okay, that's the arbitrage one, but there's like all of these other calculators. So I mean, this is what they're talking about, that you're going to get access to, which you don't even need to take their course to get access to this bullshit.
But why the hell would I have to go through Zeus's Bounty to get access when I can just come to this website?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Why? Why would you? Why would you? It makes no sense, but they're going, oh, Ranger went on call. We'll help, book you, blah, 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 sports bettors, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, there is no such thing. This is driving me insane. There's no such thing as a professional sports bettor, damn it. Unless you get lucky. This is gambling. It is betting. There is no guarantees with this. That's part of the fun. It's also is part of the problem, but it's supposed to be part of the fun. So then if you show up to somewhere that's telling you how to do it, to me, that's not as fun either. So I'm having a very hard time.
And they had this at the bottom, affiliate disclosure. OddsJam may receive advertising commissions for visits or account creation to a sportsbook website. So then there's other affiliates from sportsbooks websites, which I can guarantee you, Tim and Nicole, whatever kind of links they're providing you, it's going to be for their affiliate links.
But it also says this site is 100% for entertainment purposes only and does not involve real money betting. So I really hope that they're not then going to send people to like Zeus's Bounty to do their betting.
It kind of looked like that.
Because this place doesn't look too old either. Like it says that this site is since 2022, which I'm always very happy to see when I'm looking into something that they just started this year. So of course they're professionals and experts.
You don't see it. Is there anywhere there's an about? I don't see
No,
an
this is
about.
my issue, is that there is no about section to find any information. There's nothing other than here's a bunch of tools and some kind of free trial to gamble with, which again, I am still wondering how it is all legal to tell people what to bet on. I feel like in most places it is illegal to give that advice. And again, it depends on what province you're in. It depends on what state you're in. Unfortunately, this is the type of thing where, like, here in Canada, for example, we have the Ontario Lottery and Gaming Commission. So that's only for my province of Ontario, for example, right? And in the States, it's kind of the same, where you guys have it like per state, and then there's also like federal laws for the whole country and blah, blah, blah. So that's where some of the problems also arise, as we're seeing with this, where they're like, oh, some of these countries, this is actually illegal to do in, so we're going to call you a not-for-profit country, and then you're not going to get the guarantees. And it's all just very, very iffy, very weird with the laws, and I don't trust any of it. And I feel like it's worrisome and could possibly get people into trouble.
Well, let's watch this. This video is just under a minute.
Right.
So this
Jason money sports betting isn't easy, but it's possible. Sports betting is one of the rare forms of gambling where you can actually make money in the long run and have a mathematical edge over the sports book. It's kind of like counting cards. If you watch till the end of this getting started guide, you are going to be a sports betting expert. My name is Alex. I graduated from Stanford in math and computer science, and I've made over $400,000 betting on sports with OddsJam. Don't just take my word for it, though. Look at the reviews of real live people who use OddsJam every single day to make big profits. It's now your turn to get into the game. Even if you never pay for OddsJam, you'll find this getting started guide extremely helpful, and there's no better time to start making money sports betting. Sports betting is legalizing all throughout the world, and it's your time to get in on the game.
Okay, that's all that was.
It's for real live people, guys. The real live people, not the dead ones that are fake. The real live people.
Real live. Real live.
I love it whenever they say something like that. I'm like, oh no, this isn't a scam at all. It's for the real live people.
I'm trying to find like who is actually behind OddsJam. So I was like nosing around over on LinkedIn and not really.
I'm very worried. I'm very worried about this whole thing. It just nothing seems right about this. And it's again, it sounds like that quick money-making scheme. Your automated money-making scheme, although it's automated gambling systems instead of an automated money-making system. It's so weird. It's real love bots. Joe, you don't need one of those.
It all seems very sus to me. Maybe I'm just, jaded from all the scams I've looked at, but I don't think so.
No, like, I feel like even the people that I know that actually do like to bet on sports, like I said, would not be interested in this one. Like I said, why would you go through Zeus's Bounty to like go and use this calculator in this system when you can just go use the calculator and then just do it on your own? Like if you actually were into betting. And then again, if you weren't into sports and you weren't into betting and like with sports, why would you
do?
Yeah, like
why would you
even be there? I'm having a very hard time. Like, and it's awful advice, by the way, to tell people that they don't have to watch the sports they're betting on. Please. As somebody who like actually like is around people that like actually do bet on sports and gamble and stuff, worst advice. If you are going to take up doing some kind of sports gambling, please watch the sports. Please learn the teams. Please learn how it goes, because you will have a way better chance at knowing that information and doing it all on your own than you ever will with one of these silly systems. I've never in my life heard somebody thinking that they're giving someone good advice by saying, don't learn about this. Just bet
sell
on
it for us, and sell it for us.
bet on it and then sell it for us. But don't learn about it. It's like, what world do we live in where that is a thing? And people are like, okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, like I've
Well,
never
guys,
in my life. Lord help us. We need to stop this thing somehow.
possibly sometime tomorrow. My husband may have to work tomorrow night, not sure. But it's also Walking Dead night. So, I mean, my world stops so I can watch The Walking Dead. But I did have somebody comment about, okay, there was recently another on passive webinar. This one was in Africa, and apparently Ash said a lot of racist stuff. So I was thinking of streaming about that tomorrow, and I figured you would be down for something like that.
I would be.
But yeah, because I saw that pop
And
up.
I'm
And
not surprised. Is that sad? Like, you just said that to me. And usually when someone tells me that somebody said a bunch of racist stuff, I'm like, oh my, that's awful. But when you were like, Ash was in Africa, I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Like, there was just no reaction. I'm just so used to him being racist at this point. It's like, yeah, that probably happened. I don't even need to see it. I'm like, I believe you completely, whoever commented.
Exactly. That's how I was. It's like the person that left that in the group. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I think that happens a lot.
It's so sad. It's so sad that he's just
like, I have to admit, like,
person.
I ain't perfect. I've said some really insensitive things and had friends correct me, but then you try to do better and you try to be better. I don't understand how this man just keeps getting worse.
And nobody says anything. Everybody just like goes right along with it. That's what pisses me off.
I think that's the real weird part about it. And even like the people he's insulting just kind of like, like, if I ever say something insulting, tell me I said it so that I know and then I can correct it. Please don't just let me talk like an idiot.
Oh,
and they're all
I would tell you something.
Ash, go ahead. Go ahead. Ask people if they're the lightest person in their country. There's nothing weird with that at all. And in the meantime, we're all over here like cringing, wanting to crawl out of our skin. Like, stop the man from talking, please.
I mean, none of us are perfect, and we are going to say things, in the wrong way and not realize it. And like you said, we'll just strive to do better. And hopefully somebody is like, hey, that kind of came across like crappy. And you're like, oh, sorry, didn't realize, and you learned from it. As humans, we can learn and evolve in how we are, but not him. He just seems to get worse and they just go along with it.
Yeah, like, and I think with him, it bothers me because he's trying to prey on people.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're actually trying to like prey on these people, then you're also insulting them. Like, I don't know. It's just something like double growth.
If you and I say something, because we're not trying to prey on anyone, we're trying to help people not be preyed on,
Yeah.
And
yeah, no, like I just made a mistake. Okay. Whereas this man's like openly being that way with them while preying on them, and then like it gets
having
worse.
them be okay with it.
And I feel like that he's like insulting them all the time.
Yeah.
He does it with everyone. It's not just people of color. Like, he does it with women. He'll like say weird things to women. And like, it's just like, how can you be out here like, I'm going to prey on all these people while I'm insulting them all? That's what astonishes me. At least when people usually try to manipulate and prey on people, they try to be nice to them.
But not Ash.
Yeah, not Ash.
Anyway.
Though. He's just insulting.
Well, we don't have any on passive songs to play. So, since this was really the focus was Zeus's Bounty, but I do want to say thank you to everyone who participated in the chat. Thank you to our lurkers, and thank you to my fantastic mods for being here as we get caught up in the world of Zeus's Bounty, which we will continue to monitor and bring to you, new happenings of what's
I'll
going
keep
on.
getting kicked out of Zoom meetings. It'll be a great time.
And as you can tell, the evolution is ever so slow because nothing seems to take. And I think you said it earlier, is that, Ash is great at recruiting, but he doesn't come up with products. Tim has products, but he can't recruit.
Yeah, that seems to be what's happening here. It's very strange. We were kind of joking about that because I was like, we have this one scammer. He can come up with products at the drop of a hat and then recruit people, but then the products never happen. Then we have this other scammer who can also come up with the products, and then he makes the products, but then nobody wants to come and buy any of them and gets recruited.
It's so weird. If
they could get together, though, then we would probably actually have a real scam come into fruition. So let's make sure that never happens.
Oh yeah, that does not need to happen. Anyway, have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Again, thanks for being here. And Beth, of course, thank you. And don't forget, you're beautiful and I love you. Good night.
Thank you, everyone. Have a fabulous night. Goodbye.